bills on Hot 105, the soul of Miami.
Starting Green and Finder really went to bat for my case, and, you know, it changed my life. Thank you for getting me $270,000.
Call Steiger, Green and Finder.
800-561-1111.
The 7 Sports Team, only on the news station. Now at 10.
Developing now, a SWAT takeover in Fort Lauderdale. We're live. A color war on Miami Beach. Leaders meeting to decide whether to fight the state or remove rainbow crosswalks. Crime crackdown. The president boasting about the U.S. takedown of a boatload of drugs from Venezuela. Love story turned true crime. A suspect slips past security and steals thousands. Now police are searching for a wedding crasher. And it's the ticket everyone wants to get their hands on today. It's time to wake up, but keep dreaming in dollars. A huge jackpot is up for grabs. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Alex T. Armis.
Adam Tavares Jones today in Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
A live view across South Florida on this Wednesday morning. Miami-Dade, Broward County, well, they're looking the same right here at least. Thanks for starting your day with us.
It is September 3rd. Let's get your check of area weather. Meteorologist Erica Delgado live in the Plex with the first forecast for us. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Hey, Tavares. Alex is absolutely right. It does look the same in Miami-Dade and Broward County, and it's that we're noticing those clouds building, but we've been dry so far. We're not going to be dry later, and here's why. We have a front that's stalled over Florida. It's going to linger through the next few days, unfortunately, kind of a pesky one. Along it, we'll have a few disturbances, but you can see those darker shades of green. That's deeper moisture. Areas closest to that front, wherever it falls every day, we'll see the best chance of seeing those showers and storms, especially to the south. And that's exactly what we can expect today. This morning, it's already a soggy and very stormy start for the Florida Keys. And then later this afternoon, a lot of that activity will be pushing along the East Coast metro areas, our mainland. So similar to what we saw yesterday, just won't be as late. And it also coverage will be more widespread. Quick check on temperatures, though. 86 in Pompano Beach, 85 in Fort Lauderdale. We're in the lower 80s in Hollywood. For Miami-Dade, we're seeing more of those mid-80s now. 84 Hialeah, Miami, 80 in Homestead, and down into the Florida Keys, temperatures are now dropping. We were waiting for that because it was mid-80s, even though we saw a lot of showers and storms, but now rain cooled to 82 in Key West, rain cooled to 79 in Marathon. Still seeing those mid-80s across the Florida Keys, where we are not yet seeing any showers and storms, but it's coming. Look at all that activity across the island chain. Very stormy, especially across the Florida Straits. Some of that lightning now extending into areas like Lower Matacumbe, Isla Morada, but wettest across the Middle Keys. We'll take a closer look at the days ahead, though. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Developing right now at the top of the hour, South Florida neighborhood was surrounded by a SWAT team this morning.
Yeah, 7's Olivia DeVenti there live with what we know at this hour. Olivia.
Tavares, Alex, we have learned that this was a planned operation, but we are getting new surveillance video into the Newsplex the moment Fort Lauderdale SWAT moved in on this home behind me. Take a look and a listen.
This is the Fort Lauderdale Police SWAT team. We have a search warrant. Come out with your hands up.
Okay, so that is the home on Northwest 26th Terrace and Northwest 16th Court. We have learned, as I said, this was a planned operation very early this morning. Law enforcement eventually blowing up the garage and then making entry. So one neighbor told me that the explosion was actually so loud he heard it from the store on the corner of the street. Fort Lauderdale SWAT here, as well as multiple other agencies moving in and out of the home this morning. 5 men were detained. However, it appears they have all been sent back into the home. We did speak with a neighbor about what he had to say. Take a listen.
Police explained to me that they had a narcotics warrant to search the premises. The people wouldn't come out. They set off several explosions to breach the residence. You can see that the garage door is blown away.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat. Leave comment below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all you beautiful people joining us today in the building. It is already Wednesday. What is it, the 3rd, V? I think it's the 3rd, right? I believe it's correct. Let me make sure.
Yeah, it's the 3rd.
The 3rd, okay, in the building right now. People in the chat, welcome to the building. We're talking about a lot today. Trump announces, is it a war with Venezuela? Yes, that's a question people said. Is it a war or not? He announces the strike of what's going on. We're going to talk about a lot today as we dive into it. Holy shit, people in the chat right now. Let me take a look. Family Guy in the chat, V, just came in and just dropped it right from the start. If you look at the chat right now, get to 5 new memberships. V, 1, we got to say Family Guy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family Guy. Got to show that love right away in the building before we get to the headlines.
He said, don't worry about doing it all the time because he said he's about to be going crazy today.
Hey, look, we appreciate that. Everybody in the chat, family in the building right now. We got a lot to dive into. Holy shit, my computers were going crazy this morning. Shout out to the people.
He did some gifted memberships too.
That's what I'm saying. Gifting out memberships right now in the building. We're going to dive into a lot today. I'm going to get to the headlines, but hold on a second. Let me just make sure I drop it correctly. Don't come in here because don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't come in here and get a little upset about it because I'm going to say a lot of crazy things on here that I probably shouldn't say. Because Vaughn and I, you know how we get. I got a little crazy with that one too. I'm not going to lie. When it was all this shit going on in my computer systems. We're going to dive into it today, people. If you're in the building right now, welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. There's a lot we're going to dive into. A lot we're going to say today, V. A lot we're going to say today. Shout out to the 100 people in the building right now watching live. We're going to go into it right now. Obviously, what I got on my screen right here. Trump announces, okay, obviously, the strikes on Venezuelan drug vessel ship. Okay, I put war because, question mark, is he announcing the war? We're going to dive in that today. We got the new Epstein files drop as the House committee releases Epstein jail footage. We'll talk about that today, V. People are like, what happened with the Epstein list? Well, I'm going to let you know today. There's some crazy things that are being launched about that. We're going to dive into that in the building today. Make sure you're here right now. Smack that like button. Get ready for it. The Epstein list is back in the building. And make sure you vote in the chat. I got 4 things up on there. What would you like to hear more about? How do you guys feel about it? Let's move on to this piece here. Should Trump send the troops to Chicago, the major cities? We're going to dive into that. What actually happened over Labor Day weekend, V? You told me. Labor Day weekend got a little violent.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. And I hate to laugh about it because I'm not on here trying to say, hey, let's laugh about shootings and killings. But they're saying, oh, the Democrats don't want them to go there. But you're going to have tons of killings and shootings every weekend. Labor Day weekend was another one. I just think, I don't know how you feel about it, V, but.
It's every weekend. It always been every weekend.
Yeah, V says high school.
Since I was in high school. And before that, I got the stats of their murder rate. When we get to that, I'll read.
We're going to dive into it.
Yeah.
100%. V's got all that lined up. People in the building right now. Family Guy in the chat. Amani, Lala, Tracy. I'm going to announce the winners from yesterday. What's going on? Big Bill, a big time. Family Guy in the building right now. Hey, let's get it again for him on 3V. 1, 2, 3. Family Guy. Gotta show love. By the way, the new gear that's coming out, I got a lot of cool stuff. Speaking of gear, I'll mention it again later on. But Black Crest, boy, I got their gear. Send it to my house. If you haven't seen Black Crest, I'm telling you right now, I got the shorts on again today. I can't wait to open the package. They're going to send some more stuff for the show. We got some giveaways from Black Crest. V, you're going to get some Black Crest gear.
You didn't even give me a shirt.
That's what I'm saying. They're watching the show. Black Crest is going to send you some gear. We can't wait to do that. People in the chat, Black Crest, look, I'm telling you right now, you better get out there and check out their website. In the chat, put Black Crest, let them know as we get ready to dive into the rest of the show today. But the reason why I'm saying that is, yes, they're a sponsor. They're great people, but they got one hell of a lineup of gear. And let me tell you something. I'll drop a link in the chat for people to jump in there and start getting their gear cheap. So let's get in this right now, okay? Trump announces the strikes. Let me start with that, okay? And so is this war with Venezuela, right? That's what I got on the screen right now. But hold on, before I even get to that, I forgot to say something right now, V. I forgot to say this, okay? House in Fort Lauderdale gets surrounded by a SWAT team, going in crazy, blowing the garage up. Like, things are happening everywhere. And another shark bite in Florida.
Well, but that was pretty broad. Like, what happened?
The garage got blown. They came looking for him. The garage got blown up, and now
did they have like a meth lab or something?
It's coming right now. It just happened. Okay. They're talking about it. Garage got blown up in there. So people come to the chat right now. Let's get it going this morning. Family Guy said, let's cook. Family Guy, we greatly appreciate you. Look, every time I try to send this guy something, he's like, hey, no, I appreciate your show. I said, I want to send you something, Dan. We appreciate you. Everybody put family in the chat right now. We appreciate it in the building. Shout out to 200 people in the chat as we move forward in this. Okay, economy goes up and goes down. Real estate, people are judging the market by real estate now. Is it high? Is it low? And as you get older, I think you start seeing what can you afford. That's really moving. But I just said, V, another shark bite. I said bruised. I just briefed over that really quickly. Said another shark bite in Florida. Like, oh, another shark bite. Like, why are people still getting in the water? I'm just saying, V, I know you don't want to get in the water. I'm just telling you right now.
I'm not really against it, but I just don't do it.
I know you don't want to get in the water. I'm not getting in that water. I saw an eel. That's what I was telling some people the other day. An eel. You know what an eel looks like? Are you familiar with an eel in the water? Okay, because I wasn't too familiar until you really get associated with the ocean. Like, the eel is like a long snake, and it's got these big-ass fangs. It's just swimming all around the water. If a shark could come up on land, an eel is just like a snake. Imagine what they're doing. Can you imagine it just come up and just latch on? Look, that's just not my thing.
They don't latch. They just, they
might.
got don't they have the electricity like they sting?
I can't do that. I can't. I'm not talking about, I don't know about the electricity now. You went off with the electricity, but things do got the electric shocks in there. They do have that in the water. But the eel comes up with these big ass fangs and just can tear into you. And I said, I can't go down that road in the ocean. That's all I'm saying. And then we got the social media becoming, the global takeover. If you're not in social media at this point, no matter what business you got, no matter what you do, you're kind of like, you're wasting your time if you're not in social media right now. People are like, get in social media. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, Family Guy in the building just gifted 5 more memberships in the chat right now. If you're watching the show today for the first time, let us know, put first time. And if you just joined the show.
He's at 10?
Hey, he's giving a membership. Melissa, David, Wayne, Max, Jonathan, people in the chat right now. Let me scroll up because he also gifted other memberships I saw earlier. Let me see you there. Manuel Garcia, Invalid, Heather, Justin, Refical. That's the name, Refical. People in the chat right now, coming into the building right now, gifting memberships. And shout out to the 200 people in the building. And Family Guy, we love and appreciate you. We got to get some gear with this Family Guy on it. I'm just saying, we got to do that. We appreciate people coming to the chat right now, watching live. Listen, last thing I'll say before I get started, the AI, people are like, work smarter, work faster. AI's taking over everything. I watched this morning. I was in the car listening to the radio, and they're saying all these high school kids are just making thousands of dollars. And you got people, family, got an auntie back home, not, trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got 1 or 2 aunties like, hey, how do you get into the tech? How do we get into the AI? Yeah. I mean, they got to figure out something. Shit's not easy working at a factory, working at these warehouses, working at, Best Buy. No disrespect to these jobs, but you're making your hourly rate. You don't get a chance to scale it up. AI lets you scale it up and build your website for you in seconds. I'm just saying, people watching live right now in the building. We're going to dive into it right now, V. So let's get it started right now. People in the building. We're going to show some clips right now that they got to see of the new things going on with the war with Venezuela. This is where we get cooking right now. This is what's going on, people watching live. There are so many things you got to see. Let's start with this one right now.
Over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. Over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that.
So strikes are happening now, right? And it wasn't a strike on Venezuela, but they're taking it.
Well,
it's taking it that way.
It's a counterterrorism act because they're bringing in drugs that's killing thousands of people, like
in the U.S.
Yeah, like that boat that they shot down, that cargo would have probably killed who knows how many people. So
that's the conversation that Trump's putting out there. Trump's like, look, you're supplying your country, whoever, whether they agree, the cartel, whatever, is supplying drugs on a ship, on a boat, on a vessel, whatever you want to call it, coming into the U.S. And he's like, look, we're stopping this. This isn't an act of terrorism. It's an act of war, whatever.
So if you take that as an act of war, that means you're supporting that. That means you're sending the drugs in.
You're thinking, Venezuela's like, hold on, don't do that. You're messing up our operation over here. You're like, okay, now we know where you stand, right? Yeah. We know where you stand. On top of that, people like China, people that might defend Venezuela, which we'll get to in a little while here, if they're looking at this, they must be in the machine as well. Let's take a look at this clip.
President Trump announced late today that the United States has sunk a boat after it left Venezuela carrying drugs. It is the first known military strike in the region since President Trump ordered an increased military presence in the Caribbean. Nick Schifrin's following all this, and he joins me now. So, Nick, tell us, what do we know about this strike?
President Trump said that the U.S. Navy operated against that boat that you said that was operated by Tren de Aragua. That has been designated by the administration as a foreign terrorist organization. And the president posted this video on Truth Social this afternoon saying 11 members of the group were sailing toward the United States carrying illegal drugs. And attached to the video, he wrote, quote, "Please let this serve as notice to anyone even thinking about bringing drugs into the United States of America. Beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Multiple exclamation points. Now, as you said, Amna, President Trump this summer ordered a large Navy and Marine deployment to the area. You see some of the ships there. A Navy official says it includes destroyers, cruisers, as well as smaller ships capable of launching Marines onto shore. And in total, it's thousands of service members, including submarines. The administration describes it as a drug mission and uses the language of war, as Secretary of State Marco Rubio did today.
We destroyed a drug boat that left Venezuela, operated by a designated narco-terrorist organization, which is what these are. And he's been clear that the days of acting with impunity and having an engine shot down or a couple drugs grabbed off a boat, those days are over. Now we are going to wage combat against drug cartels that are flooding American streets and killing Americans.
Now, that said, regional experts tell me the drug trade is highly decentralized and fighting.
So look, you made a good point. You said, hey, look, if Venezuela's mad at this, then obviously if that in fact was a drug vessel, a drug boat, Venezuela says, hey, I'm mad about that, then we really should be at war with Venezuela at this point, because they're saying we're supplying your country with drugs, lots of it. And now because you guys took it out, hey, that's not cool. We're mad about that.
Yeah.
So we got to be looking at them a little strange anyway.
Well, apparently Payao, how you say his name?
Payao in the chat said, he said it's not, he said, if you think that that's a Venezuelan drug boat, then obviously he has a bridge to sell you.
Yeah,
What kind
of boat is it?
In the chat right now, it was a vessel that was blown up, had tons of drugs on it, and it killed 11 people. In the chat right now, you a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not, then put impeach, how you feel about it. Let me see in the chat right now. Let me see how you're feeling. Are you a Trump supporter or are you not? Let me check it right now. Hey, Family Guy said, ain't playing no games. I'm not gonna lie. Trump stepped up to the plate. When he says he's doing something, he goes, hey, like Iran, hey, you got 2 weeks. And within 2 weeks, shit, boom.
Yeah.
Hey, Venezuela, we see some drug shit, boom. Not even, let's get to, by the way, Family Guy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family Guy. Gotta show some freaking love. People on, we love and appreciate. Thank you for the super chats. All love to you. Let me show this clip right now. And some new people in the chat. If you're new in the building, say my first time in the chat, put first time. People, welcome them into the chat as we show these clips right now, because there's a lot of shit to see that we have not shown yet. Let's take a look at this. Here's a clip of the vessel, and then we get to another piece of the pie of Marco Rubio as well. Take a look.
Video posted by President Trump shows the moment the boat was struck. He claimed it killed 11 members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, and that the vessel was in international waters, transporting drugs towards the U.S.
We just over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio, traveling to Mexico City, posted the boat was operated by a designated narco-terrorist organization out of Venezuela. The administration recently doubled the bounty to $50 million for information leading to the arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, linking him to a drug cartel. The Pentagon in recent weeks has been surging battleships towards the coast of Venezuela. It includes 2 destroyers, a guided missile cruiser, and the Iwo Jima with more than 2,500 Marines on board, capable of launching fighter jets and helicopters off its deck, specifically designed to move large numbers of forces on shore if needed. On Monday, President Maduro called it the greatest threat to the continent in 100 years, and in response, he's deployed 15,000 troops to the border.
We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time, and these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela.
Charlie, that list of military assets.
They're taking care. All I gotta say is this: when Trump says he's taking care of business, we don't have to worry about that in this country, whether you love him or hate him in the chat. You Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not, then put impeach, put USA, put what you got to put. Let's see the wave of people right now. Let's see how you're standing. Are you a big-time Trump supporter? Show some love in there, put Trump. If you're not, then put no, don't like him. And here's what I got to say. If you're in America right now, and you're in the chat right now, or you're at home, watching the news right now, or if you're a college student just graduating, and you look at it and go, man, there's a drug vessel coming up here. And Trump goes, we're taking care of that shit right now. Bang. It takes care of it. Don't you start to be pretty damn excited about who you got in office? Like, hey, this guy's going to take care of business. Why would a Republican or a Democrat, I'm not going to say Democrats right now because people take it the wrong way. As a Republican or a Democrat, if in fact it's a drug vessel, wouldn't you think that everybody under the sun, all the mothers out there, dads out there, regular citizens out there, wouldn't you think that all of them would be like, hey, good job, Trump, taking out the drug vessel? When you think that most people would say that? Or you think people would say, no, let the drug vessel just run around?
Yeah. I mean, you would think they would say that, but as you see, like, people always, like, get mad at, like, even, like, with the ICE thing or voter ID. It's just, they just want to go opposite of what makes sense.
I just don't get it. Like, now, let's say this. If we talked about a different topic, and people like to call Trump a racist, maybe he is, maybe he's not. I'm not going down that road. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But if we talk about specific things like, hey, Trump is taking out a drug cartel, wouldn't people be like, okay, I don't like he did that, but I like that he did this? They don't do that. They're like, Democrats like, hate Trump, he's a clown. Like, wait, but why don't, okay, in this position, I'm asking you in the chat right now, I'm asking you guys personally, do you agree with what Trump did in this situation? Yes or no? In the chat, do you agree that Trump taking out a drug vessel, if it's a drug vessel, do you agree that it was one hell of a job? That's what I'm trying to see in the chat right now. Yes or no? If you come in chat and say yes, I think we want to say wave like. If you say no, I'm like, I got a question for you. Like, what? Right? Like, what do you, that means that those people are people voting for the Democrat side. That's horrible. And I'm not saying that they don't have good things that they agree on, but this one would be absolutely ludicrous. That's all I'm saying. People in the chat. And I got to show love to everybody, V. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the sending the troops to D.C. or sending the troops to Chicago. People are,
we're gonna do that.
People are they don't agree with that, but it's like we're just trying to we feel like it's just trying to help. Like,
man, I don't get it.
We just got to come up with some type of reason.
Shout out to the 700 people in the building. If you're watching live right now, Jose just said, as a previous Democrat, I approve Trump. He said, look in the chat, everybody. As a previous Democrat, he said he approves Trump, right? And we're going to show Rubio in a second. Say, what happened to Rubio? I'm going to show that clip right now. Let's take a look.
The president is going to be on offense against drug cartels and drug trafficking in the United States. It destabilizes not just the country, but the entire Caribbean basin. These particular drugs were probably headed to Trinidad or some other country in the Caribbean, at which point they just contribute to the instability these countries are facing. So the president's been very clear that he's going to use the full power of America, the full might of the United States, to take on and eradicate these drug cartels, no matter where they're operating from and no matter how long they've been able to act with impunity. Those days are over.
How are we looking out there? Family Guy said, America looking good. Shout out to Family Guy again. Love and support in the chat. Family Guy, we got to get him in the show. We got to get Family Guy to call into the show. He's on the road, driving. We won't get him in trouble. Talk him while he's driving. If he puts it on the radio.
He might got the headset.
If he gets it in the headset, we're solid. Let's get him in the headset. Let's get him on here in the show. We got to have him call in. So that's all going to be set up. I can't wait to figure that out because a couple minor tweaks we had to do. So I'm looking at the chat right now, and I had to read something because, shout out to everybody that comes in the chat, and shout out to people that say what they got to say. But I got to go down. I got to read the message right here that came in from Plump, right? And I believe Plump said, this is just a distraction, basically. He said, it's a distraction for people to, from the Epstein files. Come on now.
Yo, there's
everything that did them. This is why I get mad, V. This is why I get mad. Every single Democrat that says this is just another distraction. This is just another distraction. I will agree the Epstein files should be released, in which they are being now.
Yeah,
We're going that today.
That should be, but there's too many people dying over overdoses. Fentanyl is all the cocaine, all of that stuff is getting cut with fentanyl, so it can stretch longer and they can make more money off of it. It's cheap to make. They're getting it from China, and they're cutting all the drugs with it, and it's killing people.
So check this out. I just pinned it to the top. This is all. It says. Basically, it says avid distraction. It says, I don't know what he tried to take. I think he tried to type it. He tried to type it. He had some kind of mess up there. Trump's health and Epstein files. So what he thinks basically is that all of this is just a BS shit going on for him to have a distraction from the Epstein file. You mean to tell me that this is what Family Guy is saying? Or sorry, Family Guy. We love a preacher. Family Guy just came in and just dropped a bunch of memberships. I meant to say that. Family Guy. Again. Baby, gotta show him love. I mean, someone supporting his channel like this, gotta show him love. Gotta call to the show.
Put the clap up.
Hey. They said put the.
You wanted us to do this. This ain't nothing. We need.
Hey, I like
a full round of applause.
I like for him to see that we appreciate him.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, people in the chat right now that are watching live, I just pinned it to the top. Plump says this is just a distraction from the Epstein files. I mean, what the hell? And then Johnny Bed said, I'm not a Dem. It's a distraction.
Hey, even if it is a distraction, it's like at least something's getting done productive.
This is
like if you distract us and you do some bull, then it's like, come on, release the files. But if you do something that's productive, like
I call it like it is. Here's another one. Trainwreck said, buddy, stop bringing up Democrats. Trump ran on releasing the files. All of you right-wingers that ignore this, are pedophile enablers. Okay, so what have we said in the show? First off,
I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I don't.
Hold on. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put in the chat right now, smack that like button. Here's what I don't get. If you watch our show at all, every day when we talk about this, I say they got to release the files. We never disagree with that. And their files are being released, which we're going to go into today. We're going to that today. We're going to the files being released right now, and Trump has released it. But if people are dying on drugs and there's drug vessels coming over here, and then Trump goes, bang, blows that up. No, he only got rid of that because he's trying to have a distraction to the Epstein files. That's the dumbest thing. If you're in the chat right now and you honestly think he blew up a drug vessel because it's a distraction to Epstein files, I don't know what's going on in your head right now. You might want to say there's distractions to things in life. If he gets up there and they say, hey, talk about Epstein files. He goes, oh, well, I like the Yankees game. Okay, he's trying to divert from talking about the question you asked up there as a reporter. But the reality is, he is doing things that got to be done. And I'm just saying, I'm happy that he's getting it done. Let's take a look at this clip.
The U.S. Navy has struck and destroyed a Venezuelan vessel in international waters. Here's what it means. For one, this wasn't an attack on any Venezuelan territory, be it land or sea. And second, it was labeled a drug vessel, so there's a lot of leeway for an attack on such a thing. Of course, the Venezuelan government is being defiant and saying that there will be repercussions, but there's nothing they could do to the United States. It's just talk. And I guarantee you that this was not about any illicit substances, because Venezuela doesn't play that major of a role. My opinion is that this was an attack for 3 different purposes. The first is that the United States wants to make sure that Venezuela doesn't try to do anything aggressive to the Essequibo region of Guyana, since that is very oil rich and it's a much higher quality oil than anything Venezuela can produce on its own. I made a post about it. I attached it in the captions. You should definitely give it a watch. The second reason is to show how weak Maduro actually is, because he won't be able to mount any real response to the United States Navy, and it will make America's candidate for Venezuela, Guaido, look a bit more appealing. And the third reason is for the United States to look at Russia and China and say, hey, is this your best friend in South America? Watch this. And it's true, Venezuela is the country most tied to Russia and China, not even Brazil.
Hey, this is big time conversation. Venezuela is really tied to Russia and China, and Trump said, phew, not dealing with that shit. That does send a message. Hey, fuck around and find out. We've been saying that. Shout out to Eric Saran in the building right now. Came P-Berg in the house. V, Pat, shout out to P-Berg for sure. Hey, V, round of applause for P-Berg in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, where we're from, we're getting a rock and putting them on the map. We greatly appreciate you joining our show this morning. And listen, I watched that clip and those 3 major points. It's like, look, we got to take care of this. People that come to the chat right now and go, hey, there's some shit going on out there. And I got the clip. You see the wheel right there looking outside. You can't see the water. In our studio, we're going to have a new camera set up so you can see around. You see V right there with behind him, and I'm back here. But when you see the whole new studio we got, you'll see we got water right here in the water. The drug cartel can come straight across the ocean, straight here and deliver the drugs. And it's been happening for a long time, way before us. It'll keep on happening. It's just part of life and drugs and all that, whether you partake in it or don't partake in it. But Trump's like, I'm taking that out. Okay, I'm taking that out. We gotta also show love to the beauty of people that are doing things that we really appreciate, right? We can't always go back and say, hey, but the Epstein files. We do want the Epstein files, and they're being released right now. If he didn't release the Epstein files, that didn't happen, we would not appreciate him as a president, knowing that he should be doing that. So we know that will happen. Let's show this clip right now because this woman, I got to talk about Venezuela real quick. Take a look.
Okay. Maduro says that Venezuela is super ready to take on the U.S. Navy. Super ready. Like PlayStation control ready, or we've got 15,000 soldiers and a bag of rice ready? Meanwhile, the U.S. is pulling up with missile destroyers, a nuclear sub, 4,000 Marines, and enough firepower to delete a continent. But sure, super ready. And let's not forget, there's a nearly $50 million bounty on this guy's head. But hey, who needs food or medicine when you got militia playing G.I. Joe in flip-flops, right? He's also saying Venezuela is peaceful but armed. That's like saying I'm sober but hammered. Like, which is it? So yeah, super ready. Okay, buddy. Well, we'll check back in when the first aircraft carrier parks in your front yard. You're not super ready. You're super delusional. And if you push this, the only thing Venezuela will be ready for is history. And your people deserve much, much better than you.
Hey, she made it pretty clear. She said, are you ready like video game? Like PlayStation ready? Or are you ready like, here come the boys? You know what I mean? And hey, the women of the U.S. military too are no joke. We don't talk about that enough. There's men out there.
We have more people on our reserve than they have in their whole. We have way more people in our reserve than they have in their whole army.
But I'm saying our military is just our military, and I'm not lying. 1,000 people from our military taking on their whole military with airstrikes and shit. They got no shot. And I'm not saying it because I'm severely deep in military action. I've been studying this and watching this for a while and seeing what's going on. I don't honestly believe, by the way, Family Guy said American families love Trump. He said they love Trump. And you know what? I got to tell you something. American families are sitting here. If you're a true American and you're sitting here going, they're bringing that shit here and he blew that shit up. How are you not being like, man, thank you? In the chat, are you excited that he did that? Yes or no? I just got to know. If you're watching live in the building right now, are you excited that Trump blew up that drug vessel or not? Now, if you're a dealer out there, right? That's your way of life. That's your way of living. I'm not knocking your hustle. You probably go, hey, probably need that. Maybe, right? I get it. But the reality is most people out here that are not, and most people that maybe are not users, maybe there's people out there, and again, I'm not knocking anybody that's got a problem. You do, you got to call 1-800-GOT-A-PROBLEM, whatever that is. But I'm just saying, you probably appreciate your kids being safer in this world versus, sitting back going, holy shit, we got a drug-infested country over here. So I'm just saying, wouldn't you be excited? Hey, he took it out. You heard about it? He surrounded it. He took it out. And I want to show you something right now, V, because we got some shit we got to show right now. Let's take a look at this clip. They said this is exactly how it looked.
Breaking news. Venezuela says it is fully prepared to confront any attack from the United States. Speaking yesterday, Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino declared, "We will fight if you dare set foot in Venezuela." His warning came as tensions continue to rise in the Caribbean. Earlier today, President Nicolas Maduro went even further, calling Washington the greatest threat our continent has faced in the last 100 years. He accused the U.S. of carrying out what he described as an absolutely criminal and bloody threat, pointing to the presence of 8 American warships, reportedly carrying more than 1,200 missiles, along with a submarine positioned off Venezuelan waters. According to Maduro, this force is directly targeting his country. Washington, however, has rejected that claim. U.S. officials insist the buildup is not an act of aggression, but part of a large-scale counter-narcotics operation. The deployment includes multiple destroyers, advanced surveillance aircraft, and the Bataan Amphibious Ready Group, with over 2,000 Marines.
We're going to show that clip again in a second, V. But do you get the excitement from that? I'm not talking about killing. I'm saying, here come the boys. Like, you feel like you've been training this whole time. It's like, I compare it to football, because playing ball, you go out, you got your offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? You go out there, you got your quarterback. I played running back, so you're like, okay, we prepared for this. To see our country show up and go, hey, you're causing some issues over here, so we're going to come up, we're going to take care of business over here, and we're going to get back to what we do, send the boys back home. I feel like we are a superpower. China and Russia are in the only people that are kind of combating that. Are they with us or are they not with us? That's kind of like the stress that I get with some of this. But when they surround in the Caribbean, and they took out a drug cartel, there's something very awkward going on if people believe that Venezuela should be mad about this. Shouldn't they be happy about this too? Like, hey, they're taking care of the cartel. Wouldn't you imagine that? Or you think that they must be getting some kind of income from this?
Yeah, they are getting income from it.
It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be mad, right?
Yeah.
How else would you
messing up their money?
Mess up the flow, the cash flow. Yeah. There's only other way that you could be mad. You can't be in Venezuela as even a mother. We think about Venezuela and like maybe we don't like them or whatever. That's because of the military altercation. And the leader over there. When you talk about the normal people walking around in Venezuela, a lot of them are probably really excited that this is happening, right? Hey, getting rid of the bad shit. Now, this is their way of life. This is how they make a lot of money. They supply their whole, the drug cartel is a massive thing, right? Now, do you think Trump, by doing this, is in any kind of, you know what I'm saying, by taking out the cartel, he puts his life at risk with this kind of stuff, right? Like, bullseye on him, cartel kind of thing. Kind of what normally happens, right? Like, you start messing with the cartel, people start trying to figure, he's got security, obviously.
I was about to say, normal people, yeah. But Trump, he got the Secret
Is he
Service,
worried at all?
No, he's
protected.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, in the chat right now, Mr. Manu just arrived in Puerto Rico. U.S. military is flying right now. See this right here? In the chat right now. If you are excited that Trump is taking care of business in the chat, put Trump right now. Make it rain Trump right now in the chat. If, by the way, shout out as a super chat too, V. Mr. Manu, super chat. You gotta love and appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. We're clapping for everybody in the building right now. Super chat's raining in today. Family Guy. Listen, Pimple Mama coming in strong. We got giveaways. We got a lot of people out there sending freaking tons of members in the chat. We appreciate you. If you're new to the show, put new right now. And if you're a subscriber, put an S in the chat if you're a subscriber. We want to see who's in the building right now if you're rocking and rolling. And I got more clips to show you. When I take a look, and by the way, we're gonna flash that one clip we just saw people asking about it. I seen on Instagram here. This last clip.
I want to see you debate Plump.
Yeah, me too.
I want to.
Me too. We're gonna have a setup.
Plump, I know what happened last time, but I'm not gonna let that happen. I need you to call in.
Yeah, we got to get him called in.
Breaking news. Venezuela says it is fully prepared to confront any attack from the United States. Speaking yesterday, Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino declared, "We will fight if you dare set foot in Venezuela." His warning came as tensions continue to rise in the Caribbean. Earlier today, President Nicolas Maduro went even further, calling Washington the greatest threat our continent has faced in the last 100 years. He accused the U.S. of carrying out what he described as an absolutely criminal and bloody threat, pointing to the presence of 8 American warships, reportedly carrying more than 1,200 missiles, along with a submarine positioned off Venezuelan waters. According to Maduro, this force is directly targeting his country. Washington, however, has rejected that claim. U.S. officials insist the buildup is not an act of aggression, but part of a large-scale counter-narcotics operation. The deployment includes multiple destroyers, advanced surveillance aircraft, and the Bataan Amphibious Ready Group with over 2,000.
I'm not gonna lie, Trump goes out there and just goes, whoo. Well, Mr. Manu, shout out to the super chat in the building right now. Make some noise! So Cowboys getting that W tomorrow. Cowboys, BTA tomorrow. Oh.
Belt to.
Yeah, I thought he meant W. He's not saying that. He's saying belt to the ass out there by the Eagles. We're gonna watch that game, Cowboys-Eagles. We can't wait to see what's going on with that. You know, here's the thing, V. Seeing the U.S. stand up against anyone that's doing something wrong and taking care of business in fashion where it's like, boom, we're done, we're out, it sends a massive signal to people in a lot of places, especially China. Now, Russia comes over, Putin comes over, they have a conversation. I think that, Trump and Putin have their ups and downs or whatever, like any country, but China is that one that you're just like, what's China doing all the time? Like Russia, you're like, Russia's trying to get into bed with China. That's how I think. But in general, Russia really needs the help of China, to be honest. And then when it comes to China by themselves, they're trying to get closer to all these countries. They're trying to get affiliated. And we don't really talk with them that much from what I see. It isn't like they're flying all the time, hanging out with Trump, having a good time. And I just feel like that is a conversation that I think, honestly, people should be talking about too. And I'm scrolling down here, taking a look at it. Let me move on to this piece of the pie here, V, because a lot of people want to get into the next piece of conversation today. So let's get into that right now. Epstein files, new update released. People in the chat right now, if you're watching live,
now they can speak their piece.
Do you want to see the Epstein files released? Yes or no? Do you want to see the Epstein files released? Yes or no? And by the way, if we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky person $100 in the chat. You got 30 seconds right now. Double tap your screens right now. If you're watching live on your mobile device, you got 30 seconds and it's counting down. Now it's at 25. To get to 100 likes right now, I'll give $100 out to a lucky person in the chat. Smack that like button right now. Double tap your screens. This is a part of the show to do that. You can make some money right now just by watching the stream and smacking the damn like button. Super easy to do. Now you guys are doing it. I see you running it up. I'm trying to help you guys out on my end. Hitting the like button on my damn phone right there for you to run it up. V, Epstein files gets released. They got pages and pages and pages of documents. So what are they talking about? Let's dive into it right now because here's a conversation that people want to know right now.
The House Oversight Committee released those 33,000 pages of Epstein-related documents the Justice Department provided last month, most of which appears to be already public information. Our team is currently going through those files. We will bring you any important updates. NBC News is reporting that this sudden decision comes as GOP leaders are trying to stave off an internal Republican revolt over those files. This afternoon, Republican Congressman Thomas Massey filed a discharge petition, which could force a floor vote compelling the DOJ to release all of the Epstein files if it obtains 218 signatures. The Epstein controversy is likely to dominate Capitol Hill as Congress returns from their 5-week recess. Earlier, survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's abuse met privately with Speaker Mike Johnson and members of the Oversight Committee ahead of the highly anticipated press conference tomorrow. Here's how some of the Democrats describe that meeting.
Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but his hurt and his harm is alive and well in the daily experiences of these survivors. Maxwell is incarcerated, but it is these survivors, these victims, who are still very much in jail.
It is very important that we believe these women, that we believe these survivors, we honor that, and that we work to bring them justice.
Hey, these people out there, when we talk about Epstein files, release the files, there are a lot of women out there that are still living with whatever happened over there type shit, whether they were, on the island or they were in America, wherever they were, a different country, whatever. These women have to live with this for the rest of their life. That's the shitty part. Like, they got to live with that, whatever happened, whether Epstein died in jail, whether or not, Ghislaine Maxwell gets out, whether she doesn't, whether, like, they say Trump's in there or somebody else's celebrities. These women are still living with this shit forever, like the feelings, the emotions, the energy, the backlash, and some of them are scared to say stuff, scared for their life. I do get all that. So they want to release all these files. What's new? And I got a clip I want to show you, but hold on a second. They said the missing minute in Jeffrey Epstein jail security video is revealed. So this is the biggest thing right now. It says House committee releases video filling contested 1-minute gap from night of 2019's death. So basically, it was right at the end of that day. I got the dates on here too. But it says here, a newly released congressional video fills a 1-minute gap in earlier surveillance from notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein in jail unit on the night of 2019 suicide. In the chat right now, did Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide or no? Was he killed by somebody else or did he commit suicide? This is a question that there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, V.
Yeah.
You think he committed suicide? You think he got killed by somebody else? You don't really know. You weren't there.
I think, he might have got killed. He might have got killed.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's your gut telling you? Yeah.
I think he got killed. Yeah.
No. I want to say he wanted to fight this until the end, but he knew a lot of information. And unfortunately, a lot of times when you know a lot of information, you're one of those head people that could be at risk, right? Shout out to the 500 people in the building.
Make some noise!
I'm going to show more clips right now. I want people to get more, to understand where we're standing right now. Let's take a look.
Breaking, y'all. 30,000 pages of the Epstein files are finally public. James Comer and House Republicans just dropped the DOJ's secret documents, and the names inside are already making waves. Y'all like the video right here? Follow for more. Repost this one. And here we go. These are subpoenaed records from the Justice Department tied to Jeffrey Epstein, his prosecution, and his powerful connections. Comer says the files include references to Bill and Hillary Clinton, former attorneys general, and even Alex Acosta, the U.S. attorney behind Epstein's original sweetheart deal. Speaker Mike Johnson said this is one of the most bipartisan efforts he's seen in 9 years. Republicans and Democrats both sat down with Epstein's victims before the release. But some lawmakers warn this might be stage one. Congressman Thomas Massey said the DOJ may still be holding back more explosive material. Republicans are focusing on Clinton's ties. Democrats are bracing for Trump's name to be combed through. Both sides are searching for political ammo, but the real story, for the first time, the American people have full access to thousands of Epstein documents. Trump's allies say this proves he's delivering on transparency, something no president before him has had the guts to do. The Epstein cover-up has gone on for decades. Today, it cracks open. Republicans say this is about truth, justice, and protecting victims. The Epstein files are public. Now it's time to see who's shaking in Washington. Y'all like the video? Let me know what you think in the comments. Who's in there? And I'll see you on the next one.
I just dropped a new poll in the chat right now. Jeffrey Epstein, committed suicide or murdered? Just dropped in the chat right now. Hold on. 600 people in the chat right now. Get the votes. I want to see 600 votes right now. Here we go. It says 87% murder. Here it goes. Look at the chat. Look at the polls, Via. Just dropped it in the chat right now. You can see it right there on the screen. You can see it right now, right? It's going boom, 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 boom. People now are voting. All the votes are coming in. Was he murdered or was it suicide? I see them all coming in right now. Already almost 100 votes already. Get it done right now. Watch live. Go ahead, V.
No, I was going to say, if 30,000 pages of the file been released, like, did nobody got arrested? Who been arrested so far?
Bro, that's what I'm saying, V. They're making these announcements right now. Hey, let's get into it right now because a lot of people are talking shit. You want to see what it says? Part one of the people speaking out, and also who's going to get arrested. We got it coming up right here. Let's take a look.
We don't care who's in the files. We are going after you. So if I had to sum up what happened today, we heard the stories of victims, and honestly, we heard the story of at least one person that has never come forward before today. This was the very first time that she was telling anyone in a semi-public way her story. And if I had to summarize the theme, I would say that their theme was to do something. It is probably the theme of the American people in general right now when it comes to government, is that they want us to do something. So
y'all, it is starting to go down. Let me catch you up. So the Democrats in the Congressional Oversight Committee are leading an effort to pretty much expose Donald Trump and the whole Jeffrey Epstein scandal, right? And in a shocking fucking vote, in an 8-2 vote, 3 Republicans sided with these Democrats to release these files. So, but what's happening is they're still kind of slow walking the release of these fucking files. Representative Ro Khanna said that of 300 gigabytes worth of files, the Congressional Oversight Committee has only received 1 fucking gigabyte. And of that 1 gigabyte, only 3% of that 1 gigabyte is new information, and 97% was already information in public domain. So it's clear that Republicans are like organizing this effort to kind of like hide whatever the fuck are in these files, and Democrats are exposing the fuck out of them. Stay tuned, you guys.
Now, I'll say this. They had the vote on it, and Democrats in there did say release the files. They did have that vote, and Republicans said not to release when the vote happened.
Yeah, because if my picture was all over the internet with this dude and all that, and I know I didn't do anything, I would release it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't do it. I'm telling you right
now. Trump is a little shaky with this one.
Yeah, he got to release it. But if he doesn't release it, now there could be reasons as to how he's doing it. We don't know that yet. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong.
The only thing is though, he's not going.
People want to know.
He's not going through protocol with a lot of other things. He's just making executive decisions and he's just doing things.
Moving fast.
So it's like you could just do it with these files.
Yeah, like let them out now.
Yeah, like if I was on these pictures and it's making me look bad, then I would just do it if I didn't have anything to do with it.
I'm
not saying he do got anything to do with it, but if you don't, then you got to just let the people, let the people see.
And now here's the thing. I'm not saying that he's right by not releasing it yet at all.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person where it's like, hey, I didn't do that. Look, right? But as a president of the United States, there's people out there that I believe that they do want to catch, and there's things that you got to do. And I think that they got to start capturing whoever they got to capture or arresting who they got to arrest before this stuff is released. You can't be like, hey, I got all this done here. We're going to release this, boom, and then everybody starts fleeing the countries, right? I think what they got to do is they got to go out and do the right protocol. It's taking some time. And again, when they hate on Trump for not doing it, I'm like, Joe Biden didn't release it, but the Democrats didn't say anything when he didn't release it. So that's what my thing is. I agree 1,000%. Biden should have released it. I also agree 1,000%, 2,000% that Trump should release it. So I'm saying the same thing.
So
but I'm saying the Democrats.
Biden's in the file?
A lot of people in that file. Now, a lot of people would argue the fact that Biden did a lot of weird things. Now, I don't know if to be true. I mean, I do see some stuff on media, but who knows that? Can't believe everything you see. But I'm just saying, as I watch these clips right here, which we're going to get into right now, let's take a look at this one right here.
The one thing you need to know about politics today is that the House Oversight Committee started releasing the Epstein files. Over 33,000 documents were released, but the top Democrat on the committee, Robert Garcia, says that's not enough, and that 97% of the information in the documentation has already been released, is already in the public arena. He's pushing for way more transparency. Interesting twist is that Republican Congressman Massey from Kentucky, he is pushing for a full House vote along with Democratic Rep. Ro Khanna. He wants them to release all of the files, saying earlier today to a bunch of us reporters that what is being released is 1% of the files that are in existence, that there's so much more information. He wants them all released. And he actually threw Speaker Johnson under the bus, saying that Johnson is effectively pushing back on a full House vote because he's trying to protect President Trump, that he's speaker only because of Trump, and as long as Trump wants him to be speaker, so that effectively this is essentially a power-saving move on Johnson's part. A lot of drama.
A lot going on right there. By the way, I'm pinning all these messages. I want to say one thing real quick before we get into it. Hey, by the way, yesterday we had a lot of people win some money yesterday. Beef is back in the building. I did get a message from him. I had to confirm that it was actually him because all these messages came in saying they were pretending to be somebody. Beef's in the chat. We got money going out to you today. Amani, who won $100 yesterday on our show. I said, look, we need to send you your money. You know what he told me? Give my money to somebody else in the chat.
Who said that?
Amani. He won $100 yesterday in the show. You know what he said? Give it to Lala. Laquita Gibson. He said, hey, give it to her. I don't want it. Let her have it. You know how nice that is of a person?
Yeah.
People in the chat right now. You come on the show, you win money.
That's $200 for this month.
Come on now. She's getting paid. People come in the chat right now making money. By the way, also, yesterday, we selected Lisa as a winner who announced, said, what's Devon's last name? Devon Flowers. By the way, Lisa's getting paid today. But believe it or not, Pitbull Mama was actually the one that got it right.
Yeah, that was my fault because I jumped the gun. I just seen Imani. I didn't see Pitbull Mama.
Yeah. No, Imani was a different question. Lisa, we announced Lisa as the winner.
Lisa.
Yeah. We announced Lisa as a winner, but Pitbull Mama actually won.
Yeah.
Just saying in the chat right now. And people in the building, other people got paid this morning. Waking up, some people got paid this morning. So I'm just saying, we didn't forget about that. We're going to take care of that right after the show. Make sure that people know what's going on in the building right now, watching live, releasing the files. We got one more clip right here, and then we're going to get to Chicago. Chicago's shit going on out there, sending the troops. Let's take a look at this real quick.
What we heard here today was harrowing. And it is proof of what has been an institutional, systemic betrayal for decades. These women now who were preyed upon, groomed, exploited, violated from as young as 13 years old, their bodies violated, their minds manipulated, and their dreams denied. Aspiring artists, lawyers, actors, people who had big dreams. And those dreams have been dashed and denied because of the shame they carry, because of the trauma they carry. It is a lifetime sentence. Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but his hurt and his harm is alive and well in the daily experiences of these survivors. Maxwell is incarcerated, but it is these survivors, these victims, who are still very much in jail. And they are deserving of transparency, of accountability, and of healing. The role of this committee is to be an efficient and effective pursuit of the truth, and we will be until these survivors get the justice that they deserve. Again,
these are conversations, V, that they go on. You believe what you believe. It's like, let's decide, is Trump doing some good things or not? You got, as a president, doing yes or no. And the things that you love, some things you hate. Let's move on to this piece of the pie here because people are talking about this. Donald Trump, troops to Chicago, said now, they're going now. I got the clip where he said the troops are going to Chicago 100%. Let's take a look at what he's got to say real quick.
Make your mind up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in.
In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is positioning armed federal agents and staging military vehicles on federal property, such as the Great Lakes Naval Base. It is likely those agents will be with ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, the Department of Homeland Security, and other similarly situated federal agencies. Many of these individuals are being relocated from Los Angeles for deployment in Chicago. We believe that staging that has already begun started yesterday and continues into today. Second, unidentifiable agents in unmarked vehicles with masks are planning to raid Latino communities and say they're targeting violent criminals.
So we're going to talk about this for a second. I just dropped another poll in the chat just now. All the votes are coming in. Should Trump send the troops to Chicago? Just dropped over 50 votes already. I see people coming into the building right now, making it happen. If you're watching live, double tap your screens. People, smack that like button right now. Almost 500 people in the chat right now. Smack that damn like button. Let's see. If we get to 200 likes in the next minute, give a lucky person $100. There's another chance to make some money. You got 1 minute. Countdown starts now. We get to 200 likes in the next minute. Give a lucky person $100 right now in the building. Take a look. V, troops going to Chicago. We had this conversation. Just Labor Day. You got stats, right? Labor Day killing.
I don't got the stats on hand for the Labor Day, but I know it was like eight dead, 50-something shot.
Okay, so I got the stats for you right here. I got it loud and clear. People in the chat right now, they're like, oh, I don't think they should send the troops to Chicago. Democrats are going to say that, right? And I have to call it like it is. If the Republicans were saying, don't send them, I'd be agreeing with the Democrats right now saying, what the hell's wrong? You got to go. To me, it's not a Republican or Democrat. It's what I'm looking at. There's a lot of killings out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people dying out there. And it's not being handled. Yeah, crime's down a little bit. We had this conversation, V, and you said it best. Crime's down, but it's not. It's still bad.
Look at this is what they're saying. 30 years for crime. Look, it was a lot 30 years ago. It was like in the 929 killings. But that doesn't get any better when in the last 4 years, 2024, 581 murders.
Each year. Yeah.
2023.
In 1 year.
621 murders. 2022, 715.
That's what I'm saying.
2021, 805. And
they're like, oh, it's getting better out here. You don't got to do nothing. There's still hundreds and hundreds of murders.
There's 3,000 shootings last year. Just shootings.
3,000 shootings is out of pocket. 3,000 in the chat. Beef said 57 shot over Labor Day. Just people in the building right now. I want to know something. I got to know. Just got to know. I put it out there. Should they send the troops, yes or no? So far, 66%. Okay, and I'm gonna pin Beef Baloney his message there. It says 57 shot. Listen, I have it on my notes right here too, and I believe it says 54. But he said 57 shootings, 7 dead, just on Labor Day weekend in Chicago. Just Labor Day weekend. Democrats like, no, we're good out here. You're not good out here. You're not good out here. And the reason why you're not good out here is because you have tons of people still getting killed and tons of people get shot. Let's take a look at this clip.
Chicago officials say they're hearing it will be days, not weeks, before National Guard troops, like the ones patrolling D.C., arrive in their city over their objections.
You're supposed to serve the people. We are the people.
Over the long weekend, President Trump mentioned Chicago 3 times on social media, warning the Illinois governor to straighten out crime fast or we're coming. This weekend alone, more than 50 people were shot in Chicago, though the murder rate has fallen by 50% over the past 4 years.
Every single citizen deserves to be safe.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed on Face the Nation that a greater federal presence is coming to Chicago, starting with a surge in immigration raids.
We do intend to add more resources to those operations. I won't disclose the details because they are law enforcement and investigative folks that are on the ground there, and I want to make sure we keep their security our number one priority.
In Washington, D.C., there are now 2,300 National Guard troops armed and deployed, though by law they cannot perform law enforcement duties themselves.
This is an erratic, impulsive administration.
On Saturday, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order directing the Chicago Police Department not to collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or ICE raids.
We do not want to see tanks in our streets. We do not want to see families ripped apart. We do not want grandmothers thrown into the back of unmarked vans.
This now from the White House as the president weighs whether troops will end up in Chicago next. Has he given any indication as to how long those National Guard troops will stay in D.C.? What's the long-term plan?
Jerika, the president hasn't given an end date yet. He simply says that he wants to make sure that crime levels here in D.C. don't bounce back to their former levels once the Guard leaves town. Now, Democrats have argued that by law, he needs to go to Congress for approval if he wants to extend their employment past 30 days. And
why would they not want troops to go there and help out? I for the life of me, I can't figure that out.
They're saying the murders are down 50%. So it goes from 300. It goes from 600 to 300, and that's cool. Because it was 600 last year, so now it's down to 300, and that's just better.
Look, we're all from different places, right? And by the way, let me put this up on the screen.
About 20 so far. President Trump says he thinks Congress.
That's the subscriber count right now, V, going on in the chat right now at the bottom of the screen. 70,200 we just hit. We hit 70,000 yesterday, people. We're at 70,200. I just want to say thank you for that. Had to pop up on the screen real quick, let you guys know how thankful we are. The subscribers coming on the screen right now. And I'm going to show more of these clips. I want you guys to see sending the troops out there and what people are saying. Look what this guy had to say about it.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago. No militarized force in the city of Chicago. We're going to defend our democracy in the city of Chicago. We're going to protect the humanity of every single person in the city of Chicago. There are some people who believe that we don't have the power to beat authoritarianism. But I'm also a history teacher as well. We have stood up for the interests of workers before, and we will do it again. And no matter what comes from the White House, Chicago will always be a labor town. Are you with me, Chicago?
V, what the hell? I don't understand that. Like, they are literally, their kids, friends are dying out there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. It's down a little bit.
It's the same thing. He's doing the same thing the Baltimore mayor was doing.
God.
Like the don't tell me how to raise my kids. Like, if people keep saying, like, yo, your son is out of control, your son's out of control, and then they have to take them to a program or take them away from you, and now you're looking shocked. Like, yo, we told you.
And now people in D.C. are like, hey, crime's getting better. We're going out shopping. And I know initially there's going to be a lot of positivity. Hey, I'm going to restaurants again because there's like this big craze. I'm not saying everything's great. But there is something to be said when, hey, no killings no killings.
Yeah.
No shootings, none of that. And all of a sudden it's like other cities are like, hey, we need that.
Yeah.
If Miami, first off, Miami has its own problems too. Every city has problems. When you take a look at it, by the way, on the screen right now, shout out to the people subscribed right now. I got to tell you right now, all the people in the building, if we get to 70,300, I'll give $100 out right now. If we get 100 more subscribers right now in the chat, there's over 400 people. I know a lot of you are subscribers. If we get to 70,300 subscribers next minute, I'll give a lucky person $200 in the chat right now. Just saying.
Gravy wants to know why the cops can't do it. Because they haven't been doing it.
The cops can't do it because there's too much shit going on, and that's not what they do.
Yeah.
They protect people. Let me just say this. Cops protect people. They do a great job. There's nothing wrong with what they do. But what happens is they're patrolling. They got break-ins. They got traffic stops. They're giving out tickets. They're helping a kid cross the road. They're getting called to this. They're getting called to that. Their main point isn't, hey, let's send a SWAT team everywhere and stop. They need to send in a forceful method where people come in, they could see a stream of military action going on, where you take a look and go, holy shit, the military is walking down the street. And the minute you see
the military, they need to pay them better too. Oh, go ahead. They said they need to pay the cops better. Yeah, I agree.
That might be true.
Yeah, I agree. They need to pay the cops better, the teachers better. They need to pay a lot of people better.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie about that.
They need to pay everybody in America better.
That's true. That's true. Because if you want people to put their life on the line every day, first off, excuse me, police officers, they do put their life on the line.
Firefighters, everybody.
But police put their life on the line.
Yeah.
But to have that many killings, right? That many killings. You know, I'm going to show. I got to go back and show this clip one more time. But this about what Trump had to say. But that many killings, V, is just like, you know, there's got to be another protocol. But let's take a look at this clip one more time.
Make your mind up on Chicago, though.
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in.
In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is positioned.
If you stood up there as the governor, as anybody, and you're in Chicago and you're looking around going, shooting for the safety of your own wife, literally your own kids. Forget everybody else for this moment, because your job, president, you know, Congress, government, you know, police, firefighters, your job is to protect everybody, your family, everybody else. But just sitting back, being like, I got a wife and kids at home, I'm going, you're going to send people to help us out? Yeah, send all of them. Everybody. Whole military. Like, stop everything.
They need to send the mayor and the governor to all of these funerals. They need to attend the funerals for 3 months straight.
You know what?
Attend every funeral.
That's the thing.
And then say you don't need help.
And then they'll say, hey, don't send the military, don't send it, but hey, get rid of guns. Like, hey, you're seeing all the shootings going on. Hey, we're not gonna stop these people from doing it. Just, can you get rid of guns, please? No. How about we come in here with the force and say and find out where they're coming from, just like the cartel. They took care of it, right? Not saying that's the only thing. There's a lot of cartel out there. That's just one little thing out there going on in Venezuela. But I agree with you. Send them to the damn funerals. Let the mayor, the governor.
Look in the grandmother's face, look in the mother's face, and tell them there's no problem.
Yeah.
Tell them, crime is down 50%. Don't worry.
It's all good here.
Don't worry. You have 3 kids and you lost 1, but statistically, crime is down, so you might not lose the other 2.
Yeah. Or two of your kids were killed this week in Labor Day at a party. 2 of your kids, you lost 2. You had 5 kids, you lost 2. Yeah. You know?
But since crime is down, you might not lose the last one.
Hey, crime's getting better. Crime's getting better, so we're going to just tell our police, hey, look, work a little harder. We're not going to listen to what Trump is saying to send the troops to help out your freaking city. I don't get that. In the chat right now, are you with us right now in the building right now? Let me take a look at the chat. What are you guys saying right now? Let me see. A lot of people saying send the troops. In the chat, let me see it. Put Trump right now or put impeach. If you put Trump in the chat, then I know you're saying send the freaking crew. If you're putting Trump in the chat right now, then I know what you're saying is send the damn troops. If you put USA or you put anything else outside of Trump, then what you're telling me is you don't want to send troops. And I'm not saying every other thing. I'm just saying this particular case. You could be a Democrat right now and put Trump in the chat. Nothing wrong with that. You could be a Republican right now and say no. There's nothing wrong with that. People get confused. If you're a Trump supporter, you don't got to put Trump for everything. Love Trump. You don't got to do that. You can be like, I'm a Trump supporter, but I agree with that. I don't agree with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If you agree with what I'm saying right now, then smack that like button. Make sure you subscribe right now in the chat right now. We got 70,212 people. We had 70,000 yesterday. That's how fast channel's growing. We greatly appreciate people coming in the chat right now. We had a lot to go over this morning. Obviously, when I go back and look at what we were discussing obviously this morning, the war with Venezuela, right? The Epstein files. Things are happening. Things are moving. And now into, obviously, troops going to Chicago. We have a lot to talk about. And, hey, listen, tomorrow we got Dallas Cowboys and Eagles. So tomorrow we might have some sports conversation for these people. So if you're watching live right now in the building and you're ready to talk sports, tomorrow morning we're going to be live in the building talking sports a lot. So you guys know, if you guys are a sports fan in the chat right now, do you NFL, NBA, what do you like most? Let us know in the chat right now.
Hey, the thing is, too, like I said, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but what I see from a lot of the people that are so-called Democrats, they they say that the Republicans are a cult and Trump supporters are cults, but I always see them saying the same things.
Yeah.
Like everybody has the same
message.
Same message. It's just like
release the files.
That got to be a cult because it's like the same verbiage. Like it'd be like a joke, a running joke, or whatever they got, and it's everybody knows the same stuff. It's like
release the files.
How do y'all all have that same knowledge?
Because the problem is that's why I said this.
You watching the same news channel? Like what?
They have no leader. I'm not hating on Democrats when I get up here and I talk. I'm not hating on Republicans when I talk. I'm not hating on independents when I talk. By the way, shout out to but listen, Family Guy on 3, V. 1, 2, 3. Family Guy. Gotta show some freaking love. He's membership left and right. Pimple Mama drop memberships left and right. Welcome to the freaking live. If you're here for the first time, let us know right now, please. And in the chat right now, I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're based. By the way, drop your states in the chat. We didn't do that today. In the chat right now, drop your states in the chat. I am not telling anybody what they should do, and I don't care what you are. But when I ask the questions, right, about sending the troops, Republicans are like, send the troops. Democrats, no, don't send troops. Now, there are Democrats that do say send the troops too, right? But most of them, especially in the chat or on media, are like, we don't need that. We don't need that. You're like, what the hell's going on? Then you do see people. There are select few people that say, hey, we need them out here. But it's like what you said. The cult was like, hey.
No, it won't be like everybody have their own personal opinion of what's going on. Everybody will say the same thing like Gestapo, Epstein.
That's
boom,
it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, like nobody has an opinion. You're just saying the same thing.
Hey, Family Guy in the chat said, let's read Family Guy's message. He said, okay, them say they woke, but they need to wake up. So I'm gonna speak on that for a second because you know what? I kind of agree what he's saying. He's like, look, you want to be so woke, but then why don't we wake up and smell the coffee here? Got my coffee right here. Wake up and smell the coffee and say, hold on a second. There's so many killings. You are bringing it down, but it's still in abundance. If you took 1,000 killings down to 80 this year, I'd say police doing a great job. Maybe don't need the troops, but they need to crack down more and try to get rid of them, right? You can't stop everything. But when you're like, year after year after year after year, 300, 500, 800, 500,
No,
300, 500.
There's never 300.
It's always way up.
Yo, it's like.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's like 500 minimum each year.
And it doesn't stop. Yeah. People in the chat. We look, I try to get people straight. I don't like to mess around. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., 10 to 11. We greatly appreciate you. And tomorrow morning, we're coming in with some sports talk. People come to the chat tomorrow. We got Cowboys, Eagles conversation tomorrow. We got a lot of NFL conversation tomorrow. So if you're coming into the building tomorrow, get ready to go. Bring your freaking NFL. Ladies, bring your pom-poms. Guys, if you got pom-poms, bring them. Don't really care. Whatever the case may be, got to say it like that just in case people get the panties in a bunch. So tomorrow morning, get ready for some freaking sports talk tomorrow morning. Diggs in the building. Welcome to the show.
Make some noise!
Family Guy, we greatly appreciate it. We got to get something going for Family Guy. Family Guy, can you send us a direct message on IG? We need to send you something 100%. And also, let me tell you something. We got our sponsors sending some gear out too. Blackcrest said they're going to send some gear out to people in the chat right now. So we're going to start doing that. I got the links coming. I got all kind of opportunities for people to jump on our sponsors and get some free gear sent right to your house in the chat right now. Before we sign off, put Blackcrest in the chat because this is one of our sponsors that just came on board and they're ready to rock and roll. And listen, I'm just saying.
Family Guy, you'll never drive through Florida?
Is that what he said? He's not going through Florida?
No. I just was asking because he's a truck driver. I know he probably goes all around.
It's hard because let me tell you something. We appreciate that, Chrome. Blackcrest, let's go. Rachel said, Blackcrest, let's get it. Feel the steel in the building. Chrome, hey, NFL's back week 1. Yes, we got a lot of opportunities. Going down to Florida, he said I'll drive down there. It's tough. Drivers driving down to Florida is tough because you get down there, you got to come all the way back out. You got to get the money to come all the way back out. So it's a tougher situation than just popping in and out of states. People in the chat, we love and appreciate you. And let me show you something right now. We are rocking and rolling. I see the subscribers coming in right now. We are just moving. If you're watching the show right now for the first time and you like what you heard today, or you want to call in live, or you got something to say, you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, we are getting ready to set up. Obviously, we got new cameras in our new studio is now in effect. We got amazing opportunities to call in live. We're just getting everything rolling here in the building. If you are going to call in, if you want to, chime in and say something, you want to type in the chat, you want us to post your remarks in there, smack that like button right now, double tap your screens, and subscribe to this channel. We got a lot of special guests coming on the show. And shout out to all 70,218 subscribers. We're getting ready to sign off. We love and appreciate all you beautiful people out there. When you see the logo pop up on the screen, let us know. By the way, her DKK shout out. He said Epstein files when? How much you paid to say to what does it say? To be quiet. I think is what he's saying. $17 super chat. We greatly appreciate. He said, how much are they paid? No, to be quiet. How much they paid to shh? I think that's what he says. How much are they paid? No, I think it's
no shush. It's just SHH.
I think that's what he was putting in there. I think that's what he's putting in the chat. Everybody, look at the chat right now. HJR in the chat. Show some love to HJR right now. I'm using the wrong damn mouse right there. Shout out to HJR in the building. Big clap to HJR. Yeah. Hey, we love and appreciate it. HJR. Love and appreciate you coming into the building right now. A lot of people coming into the chat right now, subscribing to the show. We love and appreciate you. We're getting ready to sign off right now. We had a great day today, a lot going on. When you see the logo flash up on the screen, make sure you refresh your screen and leave a message in just 30 seconds. We love and appreciate you. Get out there right now. Amber, super chat, baby. Andrew with the super chat. We love and appreciate you. V, shout out to Andrew right now.
Of course.
Love and appreciate you.
Give him the real clapper.
Oh, I got you.
The official.
We love and appreciate it. Love and appreciate it. Hey, look, all the super chats coming in right now. We love and appreciate you guys. Listen, let me just break this down quick before we get off right now. The super chats that are coming in right now, they help us support the show. They help us, the things we're getting, to get more staff in here, to build it up, to get more people in here. By the way, we do got might have Rampage Jackson's son coming on the show. Just saying. Talking to Rampage Jackson's son this morning, wants to come on the show. He might be coming on telling the story. People in the building right now watching live. I see more people subscribing.
New subscribers.
And again, Family Guy on 3V. 1, 2, 3. Family Guy. We love and appreciate you. By the way, all the super chats coming in, I greatly appreciate you. Get on Instagram right now. Add us on there. I will communicate directly with you right now. Instagram, Brandon Mason Show. TikTok, Brandon Mason Show. Anywhere you go on social media, we're here to hang out with you. We greatly appreciate you. Andrew, join the freaking crew, baby. Join the Mason Mob. Listen, everybody watching live, it's $1 a month. You join the Mason Mob. Jump on what we do. V, you got something to say to people?
No, I was going to say we might have to beef up the security because if you say something that Roger might not like.
Yeah, Roger might come in the building.
I might got to pull him off you.
We might got to use the money from the super chats to pay security for the day. Hey, we love and appreciate you guys coming to the show. You guys make it great. There's going to be a lot of people joining us on a daily basis. Literally, I don't care if you're white, black, Spanish, and everywhere else far in between or in between, whatever. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you do. We greatly appreciate you, Republican, Democrats, and HJR super chat, baby. Here we go.
Oh, he took Family Guy up on his offer. He said Family Guy, Epstein win. He's trying to do the super chat war with him.
Oh, super chat war. Hey, look, we love and appreciate you guys. Join the show and get ready to call in. When they can call into the show, it's gonna get out of control. Listen. We love and appreciate you guys. We got to sign off today. We're only 10 to 11, but we will soon be 10 to 12 and having special guests on the show every freaking day that we can. Tune in with us. You guys are going to love it. We got everywhere from sports, NFL, NBA, fighters, OnlyFans models, everything, politicians, everything in the building. Just saying, it's all coming. We greatly appreciate you. Refresh your screens in about 10 seconds. Leave a message on the video. And if you have social media, go right now and add me. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Go right now. All love to you. See you guys soon.
Seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Go right now.
Could a boost help you build on your progress?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Could a boost help you build on your progress?
Ask your doctor.
Over the last 2 years, my first guest has been in and out of the headlines, and many people, including me, we've been waiting to hear what he has to say. So for his daytime talk show exclusive conversation, he is here to talk about it all, including his new movie, Magazine Dreams. Please welcome Jonathan Majors.